Good morning, passengers. This is Captain Bot 6000. Baby bloomer babies blew up businesses because bloomers believe bullshit. Have a nice flight.
Hello and welcome to Piloting the Pilots, the podcast. My name is Erin. With me, as always, is my spaceman Spiff Cameron. How are you doing today, honey?
Houston, we have a great show for you today.
It's not, though.
It's not at all.
No, not even remotely.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm fine.
The best part of my job is delivering good news.
Best part of my job, delivering good news.
Now that's a regional commercial that we're making fun of right now. But nobody knows what we're talking about unless you live in Georgia.
The state of Georgia, yeah, they're promoting data centers.
Data centers
And Georgia Power has been taking people's family homes.
Yeah.
In order to make room for infrastructure to support the data centers.
It's been national news.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And there's a lot of fighting it going on right now. And so Georgia Power is putting out all of these commercials, and they're trying to get relatable, down-to-earth people, you know. Being like, we're on your side, Georgia.
Yeah.
These commercials are ridiculous. And I really wish you guys could see them.
Yeah, we're in the middle of where we're living. This is so funny, too, because right before we started recording this podcast, we were every week, we're like, I don't know if we have enough content for an episode. And you're like, I don't know, we'll talk about AI or something. So anyway, AI data centers. But where we live currently is like, I feel like, because like I said, it's national news, it's like the epicenter of this fight.
Yes.
Because Georgia is one of those states that's really gone like, yeah, give us all the data centers. I feel like it's because we lost Hollywood.
Yeah, we did.
So I think they're trying to replace the Hollywood money with data center money.
Yeah.
But the problem is Hollywood wasn't destroying the environment. It wasn't forcing people out of their houses or whatever.
Yep.
So we are forced to watch so much data center propaganda every single day. They have an AI voiceover lady being like, Georgia data centers are making life better for everyone.
From hospitals to family homes, data centers are on your side.
With that is Georgia Power saying, we're lowering rates for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then, but these data centers will take full effect in 3 years. It's kind of like there's a big political thing right now. I don't remember what bill, because it's one of those things, the bill comes due kind of deals.
Yep.
And it's after the midterms.
Mm-hmm.
So the Democrats say take the House and the Senate or whatever we want them to do. They're going to be saddled with this like bullshit that's like going to be horrible. It's kind of what the data centers are doing here right now. So Georgia Power, every day, we see the same two commercials for Georgia Power. We're trying to make everybody happy. And then data centers are going to give people jobs and blah, blah, blah. And then like, it's awful.
It's bad. It's really bad.
There's a whole petition going on in our county right now because our city commissioners, 3 out of 5 of them voted for a data center within like 12 miles of here. And this is the one that's actually on the news because it forced people out of their homes and all
Their
this.
family homes. But homes they've lived in for generations.
But there's a huge petition going on in our city right now. If they can get a certain amount of signatures, and they're 82% of the way there, they can actually get the measure put on the ballot in November. And then the people, rather than the 3 commissioners, who are real estate agent people, by the way, we can vote.
It's corrupt as hell.
Even the people who are doing it, who are obviously against data centers, are telling people, like, even if you're for data centers, don't you want it to vote on it? Like, isn't that better? You can still vote for them, but like just put it on the ballot so people can actually make the decision, rather than these 3 people who are gonna
make a ton of money off
of it, and not necessarily thinking about the cities.
Because our water's already f***ed up.
Yeah.
I mean, it already is.
Yeah.
And they're just starting to build it.
Yeah.
And so now our water's already f***ed up, and
but
and our utility bills are skyrocketing.
Yep. Well, I think that's everywhere too.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, anything else new and exciting with you today?
I'm still drawing monster porn.
Still drawing monster porn. You did a great one.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. I'm getting to the point where I absolutely hate my job.
Yeah.
I'm a commercial artist, and if you guys don't know what that is, it is not an artist. A commercial artist is someone who sees what is popular with everybody and makes it to where it looks good for everybody.
Right. It's a market. It's more marketing.
It's definitely marketing.
Yeah.
I'm just using creative abilities in order to do it, which is why I still have a huge career.
Yeah.
Whereas regular artists, they're all about originality and creativity. That is not what I do.
Yeah.
No, I make things that sell. I'm a commercial artist. And I touched on it briefly last week, where my art is now looking like AI art. And that's because the AI art, in quotes, is taking from the commercial artists.
Yeah.
Because that's what sells.
That's what the trend is right now.
That's what sells.
Yeah.
And so it's getting really frustrating, and I'm starting to absolutely hate my job. And I always really liked my job. It was fun.
Yeah.
I'm really good at figuring out trends and knowing what's going to sell.
And you had a very rom-com-y job, really.
Yeah. I would have people, when they figured out what I was doing as a cover artist, they were like, oh my God, that's only a job you read in like rom-coms.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, this job was really cool, but now I fucking hate it. There's no fun in it because everything is the same. And I get that's what it's kind of supposed to be as a commercial artist.
Right.
But at the same time, everything is the same.
Well, and it all looks bad, too.
Yeah, it all looks bad. So even my work, I feel, now looks bad because it now looks AI.
And this is why what you do is, as a distinction of like an artist or whatever, you always have this problem with authors, or you've always had this problem with authors.
Yeah.
Is they think that they can be cover artists too.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a different gear. It's a different gear. Visual arts is different from like literary art.
Yeah, from graphic art to illustrations, they're completely different gears.
So they thought, oh, if I just throw these images together, if I put these fonts in, how hard is it? And it's like, no, there's a lot more than goes into it. It's more of the packaging.
Yes, it's a commercial, guys.
Yeah.
It's literally a commercial. It's marketing. And these authors will be like, well, I made my own homemade cover. Well, then why are you hiring me if it's so good?
Yeah, but I think there's a different eye you have to have a marketing eye.
Yeah.
Rather than just an imagination.
Yeah.
A creative. Yeah, you can be as creative as you want. And this has been the thing with AI. And we're going to actually talk about a little bit of AI today with the show.
Human Element.
The Human Element. I think what's happened a little bit is a lot of these people, and I'm not saying this isn't just book covers or whatever. Yeah. This is, I think, just in general, and why everything's looking so AI, is because these people who thought, oh, I could do it if I have the creativity, I can make this happen. They are doing it, and now the snake is eating its own tail a bit. So, everything looks worse because the people who didn't have a marketing eye are now doing it.
Yep.
And, you show me some AI covers that it's kind of like what we were talking about today about, or Luke Stevens on his podcast was talking about today, where, I can appreciate what you're trying to do here, but it's not a good cover.
Yeah.
You've made the most complex cover, and you've put all the story elements you could shove onto this 4x6 cover, and you used whatever fonts the AI told you to use, and it looks like trash.
Yeah, it just looks
and
like
I would
trash.
never buy it.
Yeah.
But you got everything you wanted.
Yeah.
But it's like...
But that's not what marketing is about.
Yeah, exactly.
Marketing is about just finding your one primary aspect. One.
Right.
One.
Mm-hmm.
And authors and a lot of people don't understand that it has to be simple.
Exactly.
Even if you're doing a collage poster like Star Wars, it has to be simple.
Yeah.
And if you look, you can see the division in each of these to where each section is a primary aspect, making it completely simple.
Right.
It's not a collage of faces.
Right.
And when you do see a collage of faces, it looks like ass.
Yeah.
Because they haven't simplified things.
Yeah.
So you need to take your complicated concepts and simplify it down into just one primary aspect. And I usually go with one with 2 accents because threes. Mine is always the rules of 3s.
Right.
It's just a smarter way to design anything.
Yeah.
Is to have a rule of 3. That, what is it, golden ratio. It's always about 3.
Right, yeah.
Triangles. Most beautiful shape.
Yeah.
Say what you will. It's the most beautiful shape.
Sure.
So
I never really had an opinion on shape beauty, but yeah.
Look everywhere, and you're gonna find triangles.
I'm not an artist, so I can go.
Even if you look at like people's bodies, you find triangles.
Well, I can see that. Yeah.
Hourglass. 2 triangles.
Yeah.
You know, a man's chest, a triangle,
right.
upside down.
Hourglass.
You know, it's all triangles.
Yeah.
You just kind of round it a bit.
Yeah.
But the basics are all triangles. So always find the rule of 3. And AI can't even do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's just so boring and basic. And now my work is boring and basic.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It's awful. I hate it. I hate working every day now. I hate it because there's no creativity or invention in it. Even for something as simple as me, like as a commercial artist, it's not inventive when it comes to simplification.
Yeah.
It's just stupidly complicated and ugly.
Yeah.
That's what art is now.
And like you said, or like we were saying, like it's because so many people have used it now that that's become the, and it will change. The pendulum will swing away from this eventually, you know. But like right now, that's kind of what the stuff. It's kind of like for a while there, like when you saw thumbnails for movies, it was like a plain color. Yeah. And then like the main character.
Yeah, I remember that.
For a while, it was like it would be like an orange background.
It was oversimplification.
With
minimalist.
With like the home character on it or whatever. You know, these things tend to change, and that it's just happening because so many people are doing it right now. Now, the other thing I've learned or heard or read recently is like all these AI companies are, and this is part of the problem, are freaking out because they can't pay their bills, but they're desperate for people to have original thoughts because they've scraped everything online now. They have no new original thoughts.
Yeah,
now.
So basically the AI is also learning
from itself.
From these homemade covers that these authors have done. So it's making covers even worse.
So even if you were to use AI to do like art or whatever, you'd be like, well, what's the popular style right
Garbage.
now? It's going to say everybody's using this AI garbage right now. Yeah. That's what's great. And it's like, it's not because it's great. It's just because that's what everyone's using because it's the easiest and the laziest.
Because it's eating itself.
Yeah. So it's
awful.
So if you're trying to do it, you're like, okay, well then I'll do it too because that's what everyone else is doing, and you're saying it's the most popular and blah blah blah. So it's just annoying and whatever.
It's very frustrating.
Another thing that's annoying, and I do think this is related, and I'm not trying to make this like the AI podcast. Like I'm really not, but obviously it's a thing that's happening in the world, and we're topical. And
it affects us personally.
It affects us personally, you and I. Another thing I hate, and this is like a thing that I just noticed, I think it's just started. It's really annoying. I know this makes me sound like a real basic bee, but every once in a while, you'll get online like an article that will be like, the best Spider-Man movies ranked from best to worst. Or, so it'll be like either a franchise or a character, could be a director, they'll be like the best Christopher Nolan movies, best to worst. That's one of the ones I just saw recently. Okay. Used to be that if you clicked on one of these articles, guys, it was a person called a writer or a critic.
Whatever those things are.
Or I'll take a blogger. I don't give a shit. One of these people would watch all of, say, Christopher Nolan's movies, and they would rank them from worst to best. Now they do it best to worst, which is dumber.
Wow, that's really stupid.
And, well, I'll tell you why in a second why it's like that. And they would say, I don't know, let's say Batman Begins is the worst. I don't know what it was. But it's like, let's say it's Batman Begins. And it would say, like, Batman Begins was Christopher Nolan's, blah, 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 first foray into superhero things. And although it's good, he would achieve more success with The Dark Knight. Whatever. Okay. I'm just throwing it off the top of my head as a human. Like, I'm just saying, this is what it would say. They don't do that anymore. That's what they used to do. They would actually watch the movie and, like, critique the movie and tell you why it's, like, the worst one. Okay. And they might not be totally, like, it's still a great movie, but it's not better than his later stuff. Whatever. Okay. Now they just give you a fucking list. So you click on the thing, you say, okay, best Christopher Nolan movies. And they're like, we went to IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes, and we aggregated
to find the most ratings.
The score, and this is it. And it's just like a list that will be like The Odyssey, Interstellar, Dark Knight, and it will give you the score, and that's it.
That's fucking ridiculous.
And there's nothing in the writing to give opinion, to give a reason why this movie is better. It's literally, this is what the people say because they rated it on IMDb.
Oh my God, that's
so there's no
ridiculous.
And like, again, like, I know it makes me basic B. I'm reading these kind of clickbaity things anyway, but because
you're not really reading it.
You're not reading it.
Because there's nothing to read. It's just titles.
It's literally 2 paragraphs that say, "Hey, we aggregated this stuff. This is the list," and then it'll be just the list with their numbers, and that's it. That's the whole article.
Oh my God.
There's no reading involved.
It's just titles.
It's just titles, and it's like, who cares? And like, the importance of stuff like criticism or whatever, like whether it be literary or film or whatever, and this is fun for all criticism, especially in the online world, is like, you say something crazy, like the best Spider-Man movie was Spider-Man 3 or whatever, and you give your reasons, and then as a reader, that elicits some kind, I know it could be rage baity, but it's like, it elicits some kind of like emotional response from the reader where you're like, no, Spider-Man 3 is garbage, and this is why, and it engages your brain to have to come to terms with why that's good or bad, or why I agree or disagree with what you're saying, or maybe like, or maybe Spider-Man 3, that's crazy, and then they put out like really cogent reasons why, and you're like, I never thought of it like that. Maybe Spider-Man 3 is the best one.
Right.
You know, like, because you're looking at it from a different perspective. But now it's just a list. It's nothing. It's literally nothing. You could just as easily have a list that's by alphabetical order or release date. It would mean absolutely the same thing. It's crazy. The way the world has gotten so stupid so quickly.
Yeah, it happened really fast. I think it's because most people were already stupid. People have always gone the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
Because we're prey animals. So
Yeah.
we'll always take the easier path.
Yeah.
But like, this is just, no words.
I think there was, I think when people were in a more comfortable position in terms of finances and security within the world and everything like that, I think people had more time to, and I'm not saying just reading, but like they had time to pursue those other things that like develop a human into an actualized person.
Right.
But now everyone's so exhausted, so stressed, so tired.
The path of least resistance looks real good.
That, like, you know what? I don't want to read all you have to say about Christopher Nolan. Just give me, like, his most popular movies. I don't care. Look, well, really, it's just like, what movies did he do? I don't know. And like, and then I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to watch 5 minutes, and I'm going to pull out my phone, and then I'm going to scroll through TikTok, or I'm going to scroll through Instagram and not really pay attention to the movie. And, you know, I think that's where we've gotten. What scares me is how quickly that has happened. Yeah. Within probably like the last 5 years, it's gotten worse.
Well, don't you like suffer severe physical trauma if you're awake for more than 3 nights in a row? Something like that. It's like 48 hours or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Like your body literally starts like killing you.
Yeah.
It happens real fast. And so when it comes to like physical exhaustion, I would imagine it's going to really affect your brain.
Yes, absolutely.
And make you dumber.
Yeah.
Because you're tired.
I feel like you're...
So you're eating yourself.
I feel like your brain is, at that point, putting so much energy just to keeping your heart beating and your lungs breathing and your blood pumping that... I know heart beating and blood pumping is the same thing, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's putting so much energy into the involuntary things that keep you alive that's like, I don't have time for the higher stuff right now.
It's survival mode. Everybody's in survival mode.
Yeah.
And when you're in survival mode, quite frankly, literacy doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You're trying to survive.
And literally, you are becoming a zombie.
Yes.
You might as well just be a zombie. Like, something that's alive but dead. Like, I don't have any thinking.
Right.
I'm just, need to eat.
Yep.
I need to move.
Survival mode is so fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, that's why it's called survival mode.
Yeah, exactly.
You're only supposed to be in it for a handful of days.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah, and I think for the most part, people have been on it for years now.
Yeah. That explains so much.
It's why people are nastier when you're dealing with them. They have a shorter temper, driving worse. You know, all this other stuff. Like,
yeah, it's exacerbated everything because people have always been dumb. but they weren't always mean.
Yes.
There's a big difference.
Yes.
You know, I'll take dumb any day.
Yeah. Dumb and Happy's great.
Give me dumb and happy. I'm good.
Yeah.
But dumb and mean? Oh, no.
Yeah. It's dumb and mean is what's happened.
Yeah.
Well, okay. We're not going to talk about all the other stuff we always talk about.
Like?
We're going to talk about our show now.
Oh, what?
So we're done talking about, we always bring up the same three. You guys always talk about Batman. You guys always talk about AI.
Well, Batman sucks.
So we're going to talk about something new today. We're going to talk about the show Outpost in Space, which starts off with a very Star Wars crawl.
Oh my God, it was so funny. I was like, okay, I can see where he got inspiration for this.
And I have more.
I want to know who first did the Star Wars crawl.
I don't know, because it was really.
Because this is 1959.
Yeah.
Did they come up with this, or was there something before it?
I have some information on that.
Okay.
I don't know about Star Wars, but like it was really funny because Erin found the show. She pressed play, and it had been going. There was like a little cold open,
Right?
Which doesn't really explain too much.
No.
And it like literally, it's on for like 2 minutes, and then it goes right to sponsor commercial after the briefest
Right.
like the briefest introduction. So and I was like, what is this show? And you're like, oh, right there, and like it was a big literal Star Wars crawl of Outpost in space. Like, if you're thinking of the Star Wars crawl, that's exactly what it was doing. Same font, everything.
No, I'd say better fonts.
Slightly better.
I would say slightly better fonts, honestly. Yeah. I prefer these fonts.
Yeah.
They're easier to read, and they don't have that harsh yellow on them. Ugh.
Yellow.
Marf. Yellow in space is stupid. Blech.
But one thing I did learn about this show as we were watching it, as I was doing some like kind of research into it. So this is, how do I describe it? This is an unaired pilot that was aired. Does that make sense?
Was it aired?
Yes.
Okay.
It was supposed to be its own show, but that never came into fruition.
Oh, that's because they don't know how to fucking end it.
But it was tacked on as the last episode of an anthology television show called Flight.
Okay.
And Flight was sponsored by the U.S. Air Force.
No.
Yes. Yes.
So this was the earliest mention of Space Force.
In a way. And like a lot of people, like I was reading about this and didn't understand why this was tacked on, because I think there was like, say there were, I don't know, I'm going to guess numbers, guys. 22 episodes of Flight, right?
Okay.
And this was episode 22. 1 through 21 were grounded, on Earth shows about Air Force stuff. Okay. And then the last episode was like
space.
In the far future. And people were like, it didn't really make sense. I'm like, it kind of makes sense to me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of very Epcot, and it's like, and this is the land of tomorrow.
Right.
You know, like this was the Air Force. You've watched the Air Force now. Mm-hmm. This is going to be the Air Force in the future. So it was aired as part of that.
Okay.
And it was also, speaking of Star Wars, apparently it is cited as the inspiration for Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek.
No.
When he pitched it as Wagon Train in Space.
Okay.
And he was thinking of this show.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a weird kind of through line for certainly Star Wars must have been.
Yeah.
I mean, we already know George Lucas was inspired by like Buck Rogers and all that stuff. If Gene Roddenberry was watching this, then certainly George Lucas probably was as well.
Watched it at some point.
When he was at an impressionable age. This came out in 1959. I don't know how old George Lucas is, but I'm guessing he was probably born in like 1950 or late 1940s.
Right.
So he's probably been like 10-ish, let's say. Because he was in film school, I want to say in like 1970, 30 by 1980. So, you know what I mean? Like he was probably around that age that he would have watched something like this. It made an impression on him. And Gene Roddenberry is obviously older, but was kind of into TV stuff. And this, I can see the inspiration here.
Yeah.
There definitely is that.
Well, it makes me wonder then if Outpost in Space was the original and that this was all their original ideas.
Yeah. But
if that's the case.
And I know some people are going to say, what's the difference between this and AI? It's like because of the human element.
The human element. Because, AI does the same thing that a lot of people do. Copies.
Yeah.
Copy.
Yeah.
Like, this happens to me in my career all the time. People constantly copy my work.
Yeah. You actually have an arch nemesis.
I do. She has been trying. Oh my God. I know she put that review on one of the authors I work with.
Yeah.
She's like, this book is great, so that she could leave the review. But this artist only makes AI generated covers.
Yeah.
Specifically.
And I mean, I know if you listen to this podcast, you know Erin does not do that. And I sit next to her. I know she does not do that.
And I know she started spreading that I've only made AI generated covers for years.
Yeah.
Like long before AI was even around.
Yeah. Well, and she would actually poach your customers.
Yeah, she would poach my customers and she would copy exactly what I would make.
Yeah.
Like this isn't new to me.
No.
I've always been stolen from.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the one who created all of those bold dresses.
Yeah.
When it comes to historical romance novels. That was me, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
That was me.
Mm-hmm.
I made that.
Yeah. You started that trend.
And now everybody does it.
Yeah.
So it's always, you're always going to be stolen from. The difference is, if it's a real artist, they take it and make it better. That's the whole point. It's a creative endeavor.
Yeah.
It is the human element, and AI doesn't make it better, it just copies.
And let's take Outpost in space. We have a very clear thing of how you can use inspiration from something and make two different things. Two people watched Outpost in space. One made Star Wars and one made Star Trek.
Yep.
And neither of those are alike.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of who they are as individuals, the way they filtered it through their emotions and their intellect.
Yeah.
They were able, in their interests, in their backgrounds, they made two divergent shows that did
they
better.
took the original and through their creative endeavors, made it something else.
Yeah.
That's why it's called an inspiration and not a copy.
Yeah. It's not a cover song.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's a difference between if you do if I'm an old 60s band and I do a straight cover of a Chuck Berry song. Or it's another thing if you listen to a lot of Chuck Berry and your song is inspired by Chuck Berry, but you could take one, although he was sued, this is probably not the best example, but Come Together by the Beatles, boom, boom,
yeah,
like that originally was more of a Chuck Berry song,
right.
But then they took that.
Again, it's an inspiration, not a copy.
Yeah, exactly. You make something better out of it.
Or different.
Or it just becomes a different beast altogether.
Yeah.
And AI does not do that.
AI does not make it better.
Yeah. See, in Erin, I will say, having had the privilege of, being your husband, but also...
Damn right it's a privilege.
watching Erin work throughout the years, that's not the only time Erin's done that, where she's taken something and made it new. She's always pushing the boundaries of this, we can move this forward, or we should do a different angle, or Erin's vision is always forefront of the trend.
Right. Yeah. I'm usually ahead of the curve by about 7 months.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Erin's always a little bit ahead of the curve. Constantly. I've been watching this for years. Erin's just a little ahead of everyone, and that's what sets her apart from a lot of people. She's not being reactive.
Right.
She's being proactive. I'm like, okay, this is what's popular right now, but how can we stand out from that?
Right.
Anyway, so I love you.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
There you go.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Enough of that bullshit. The show immediately sets itself off as being A, incomprehensible, and B, slightly progressive. This show, I actually had to look at when HUAC came out. That's the House Un-American Activities Committee. I had to see when that came out.
What is that?
That is when the government were looking at stuff like Hollywood and seeing if they were promoting communist ideologies.
Okay.
Anything that was against America's interests.
Oh, off.
Right. And I mean, there's some parallels obviously with today.
Right.
Every time someone tries to do something that helps people, it's that's communist. And that's you look at what anyone says about the democratic socialists right now. It's their big argument isn't necessarily that their programs won't work. It's communist. And so that's basically what the House Un-American Activities Committee did, is they would look at stuff and there were people in Hollywood who would turn against each other. They would testify against each other. Oh, I went to his house and he had communist parties and stuff like that. And so then the movie High Noon
right.
It's a Western, but it's about that kind of paranoia and stuff. So it kind of got under the radar, but it was like a criticism of that thinking. And like the people who testified against the other people are exactly the type of people you would think they were.
Yeah.
They were the shits.
Yeah, old school maggots, huh?
Yeah, the old school maggots and the worst. Well, you can't get worse than that.
No.
But anyway, this HUAC, though, came out in 1938 and became a permanent standing committee in 1945. This came out in 1959, so not really.
No, it had its heyday.
Yeah.
14 years had passed. Yeah, it was not doing what done.
Yeah. But what I thought was interesting about this show is it definitely had an anti-capitalist bent to it.
Oh, yes, massively.
And maybe that's why it wasn't picked up for series.
Probably not.
Like, I think it was, like, without knowing, I don't have any more information really about the history of the making of the show, but the way it's kind of structured is I feel like it was made as a pilot,
right?
Was not picked up. This Air Force show was like, hey, it's already filmed. We'll just use it, and we can show the future of the Air Force, and we'll just play it there. But maybe it wasn't picked up because of it's very anti-capitalist in the sense that
it cares about people's lives. It values people's lives.
Exactly. The central problem of this episode is they have freight. Okay. It's an outpost in space. We're told it's the furthest outpost from Earth.
Yes.
So very Deep Space 90, I guess. And there's a shipment of freight coming in. The corporations, the government, has put cheap nuclear energy into flying these ships. And one of the men on the outpost is saying, well, who cares? It's just freight.
Yeah.
And then our main character, who I don't know his name, he's like, yeah, but there's humans on that ship, too. Yeah. So you're using cheap, volatile energy that's dangerous. Sure, okay, if we're just like,
in order to save money,
It's in order to save money. We don't care about the humans on board. Yeah. We just care about saving money.
Yeah.
What happens is then they run into problems. Now, I have a whole theory on this, and it's going to go into...
It's going to get weird.
Guys, boomers suck.
Yeah.
And they've always sucked.
Always.
Because... in my mind, Cheney is a boomer.
Oh, 100% Cheney's a boomer.
And what's crazy to me, and we went into this a little bit last week when we were talking about Mr. Rogers and like the people who grew up watching Mr. Rogers. It's crazy to me to think, but you know what? Yeah, all right. I was going to say the people who watch this are the boomers of today. They were the kids and they watched this anti-capitalism sci-fi show and then they become the most disgusting capitalists as adults.
Well, it's because they're selfish. They were spoiled, and they're selfish.
What is crazy to me, the actor who played Cheney is not a boomer, but I think his character is. Does that make sense? Like, the age he would have been in the show would have been the equivalent of a boomer.
Yeah.
At that time, in the 1950s. So he's like 19 years old, right? In the show. His whole deal is not listening to anyone.
Yeah.
He wants the power. And I'm like, oh... So it's not just the boomers who don't want to listen, who don't care about their kids and their grandkids. Yeah. When they were young, they didn't care about the older people who had more knowledge than them either. They didn't give up.
Well, that's why the nursing homes were such garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, all of those exposés on the treatment of these people and like insane asylums or asylums in general. Like they did not give a shit about anybody but themselves.
Yeah. Who was running those institutions? The boomers were. They didn't care about their parents and they don't care about their kids.
Yeah.
They certainly don't care about their grandkids.
Yeah.
All they care about is getting their social security check until they die.
Yeah.
And then, they're going to die.
They don't care.
And then there'll be no social security for anybody else. And they just really don't care about their own comfort and security rather than worrying about the whole. Thank you very much. For just, you guys are assholes.
Yeah, you guys have ruined almost everything.
But that's what was really eye-opening to me with that character of Cheney is he didn't care about anybody but himself.
Yeah. And yet he thought he could be a captain.
What I was going to say is I'm like, it's so crazy when we talk about like Mr. Rogers. We're like, people who watch this show, you watch this show And you see that it's anti-capitalism, not that it says that, but it's obviously like that's the theme.
The
is like
human element matters.
the human element matters. That it's not about just money. We got to think more about just the things and the saving of money. But we got to think about the people who are involved in this. And I was like, why do they grow up to be such dickheads?
I don't know.
And then what I noticed,
keep going.
What I noticed is, Cheney was already like that.
Yeah.
So the stand-in for that is, and then the people who watched it when they were perhaps younger, George Lucas and Gene Roddenberry, are the good ones. Right. They're the ones who were progressive and they were anti-capitalist and everything. So I'm like,
well, I guess you're always going to have these people who it doesn't matter what they're watching. They take the wrong lesson from it.
Absolutely.
Like you have a lot of people who are hardcore fascists and they're like, Captain America's my guy.
Yeah.
It's like, you realize he would punch you, yes?
Yeah.
Like, why haven't you figured this out?
Yeah.
You're what he's fighting against.
So
how is he your mascot? What, because he wears a flag?
Yeah.
Are you that fucking stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, they are.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling. It's really mind-boggling, the disconnect.
Or it's like the boys, like a Homelander who's like the evil fascist Superman.
Right, but because he wears a flag, the dummies are like, he's the hero.
They think they'll dress up like him. They'll cosplay as him as like this, this is strength and this is good. And I'm like, and like even the creator of the comic and the creator of the show is like, he's a monster. Like, why are you holding him up? Is this like, they just do not get what they don't want to get out of it.
Yeah.
That goes into like what we were talking about, the elections coming up in Georgia. Is I just read a article today that says, we live in Georgia, obviously. Ossoff and Keisha Lance Bottoms are both right now polling ahead of the Republican candidates, which is great. Yeah. But they said the biggest voting block, the swing voting block, is people over 50.
Yeah.
Which are technically Generation X. But
well, again, they're the direct descendants of boomers. What do you expect from these losers?
Well, and they honestly, it kind of feels like to me generational abuse.
Yeah.
They were raised by the boomers, and we were too, and they were not cared for.
Yeah.
And so now you're at an age where you're approaching like middle age or whatever, and you're getting towards retirement, and you're like, what about me? Like,
yeah.
But it was so crazy about this article was like all the things that they polled these 50-year-olds, and they're like, what are the things that you are afraid of or don't want? And it was like, we don't want data centers. We're concerned about AI. We're concerned about jobs. But they said if they just took those 50 and older people's votes, those people are going to vote for the Republicans.
Yeah. Who are pro data centers and pro taking away your jobs and pro AI.
Yeah, it's like...
And it's like, you guys are fucking morons.
Yeah.
Because they're only voting Republican because they think that's the Christian party.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're clearly not.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a bunch of hookers.
Yeah. And since religions began, every religion, I've been doing enough religious studies lately.
Right.
Every religion warns against people like this.
Yes.
That, like, people will use religion to try to get you to do what they want you to do.
Well, it's that wolf in sheep's clothing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh my God, you guys actually think Trump is Christian? What the fuck's wrong with you?
You're a fucking moron.
You're a fucking moron.
But anyway, sorry. But yeah.
Like, it's totally cool to be Christian and to have those values. But the people you're voting for don't.
Yeah.
They do not have those values.
Yeah.
So why don't you look at the policies?
Yeah.
Like, you know, a smart person would?
Yeah. Like I said this morning. I mean, like, this is like a far, like, would never happen. But like, if a Republican came out to me tomorrow, was like, we're going to get rid of the data centers. We're going to get rid of the AI. We're going to increase access to health care. We're going to do all these great things that I support. Like, we're going to do universal health care.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
I'd be like, oh,
I guess I'm voting Republican because they're doing what I want.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the party. I'm looking at the person and what they're hopefully going to actually do. But yeah.
I mean, I guess you have a lot of people who are like, yeah, bring in the fascism, get rid of all of these coloreds.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess.
Yeah.
So is that why you keep voting for him? Because you are racist?
Yeah, they just have to admit they're fucking racist.
You know, like, it's important to admit you're racist.
Yeah. Just admit it.
Just admit it. Like, there's this author I worked with, and I've told
I gotta tell you a story, but yeah, go ahead.
And I gotta tell you guys this story because it's mind-boggling.
This is crazy.
It's mind-boggling. So I was one of the first cover artists to make interracial couples on covers and gay couples on covers.
And do it in a way that was respectful.
Yeah, it was respectful and mainstream. It wasn't garbage. Like, before then, it was terrible.
Because nobody took the time to make it, like, art or...
Yeah,
like...
it was absolutely horrific. And I was one of the first. And anyway, I work with Christian authors.
Yeah.
I've lost a lot of them because they don't like the fact that I support gays.
Yeah.
Or interracial relationships.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, so my heroine is half black, but she's beautiful because she has European features.
But she's beautiful, so she's black, but she's beautiful
because she has European features.
Yeah.
Now, let that sink in. Remember, she's not racist.
This is a person who felt comfortable enough to say this to you.
Yeah.
I can only imagine words to that effect have to be in that book.
Oh, 100%. They're 100% in that book.
Because...
And she's like, I'm not racist. I have a black heroine.
Yeah.
I'm not racist because I'm nice to the sales clerk.
I would have voted for Obama a third time.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have. You fucking racist. You fucking right. Like, I am a Southern, technically white person.
Yeah. Technically.
So, I mean, I'm a mutt.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
That's why you're hot.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a hardcore mutt. But technically, I'm a Southern white person. 99% of me is probably racist.
Yeah.
Let's admit it. The point that I'm trying to make is, I try actively not to be.
Yeah.
I try actively not to be. That's the point.
Yeah.
And they don't. They
Yeah.
don't try. They just claim to be not racist.
Well,
and it's like, yeah, but we absolutely know you are because your actions and your words say you are.
See, that's my problem. I promise you guys, we're talking about Outpost in space.
We are.
All of this has everything to do with Outpost in space.
It's all Outpost in space.
That's my problem with religion in the sense that I feel the problem with religion isn't so much in the teachings. If you read the teachings,
the teachings are great, honestly.
It's literally progressive, especially for their times.
These are really good stories to live by.
But I think the problem is what I hate about religion. I'm coming from someone who was raised in the church. My mom still works for a church, has worked in a church since I was 10, I want to say, 10, 11. So, and I've been I was very active in church until I was about 20.
Right.
Less so, but like, you know, by the time I was in college, it really was like, I was only doing it for her kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the problem I feel like with religion is it leads to people to have no self-reflection of what their actions are doing. Does this actually align with whatever religion I am? Is being racist? Does that align with Jesus?
Definitely not.
You know, is war, does that align with anything Buddha said?
No,
you know, or
definitely not.
But my point is, when you go to the actual writings and all the teachings, a lot of people, and you literally just said this, but it's just like, they say, I go to church, I'm a Christian, or what, I'm Jewish, or whatever, that's enough. And therefore, whatever I feel certainly must be what God feels.
Yeah.
So I am acting in God's behalf because I go to church, and therefore I am working on his behalf.
Yeah.
Whether that makes sense or not. Speaking of racism, though, let's get back to let's put aside religious dogma for just a moment and get back to racism.
Yeah, my favorite subject.
So, as you know, as I've mentioned on this podcast, I'm reading Black as History.
Right.
Man, I just learned the history of Haiti.
Oof.
Okay, guys, buckle up.
I don't want to.
I just want to get to one thing, though. Okay, so
I know it's bad.
Haiti, obviously, was like a slave colony.
Right.
What is awesome about Haiti is they were the first to actually rise up, cast the French out of Haiti. We're like, F you, we're going to be our own country now.
Yeah.
Great. That's where the problems start.
Okay.
Because now that they're their own country, and this was in the late 1700s, early 1800s era, with like Napoleon was still in power and stuff like that. No other European-based country, and I'm calling America European-based because
it was mostly European.
Because it was like,
yeah,
you know, at that point, nobody would do anything to help Haiti at that point.
Yeah, I bet.
So even though Haiti was a very wealthy country in terms of like its resources, basically they got just blackballed. And well, what can I say that in a better way? But basically, they were ostracized. They were like, we're not going to help you.
Yeah.
And part of that was because America was afraid of what that might do in terms of a slave rebellion in America.
Oh, yeah.
But that's all that. The craziest bullshit part I learned about Haiti, because when you think about Haiti today, a lot of people talk about like corruption and it's poor and it's blah, blah, blah. Haiti's not a poor country in terms of resources. The reason why Haiti is poor now is because the French said to them,
oh, God,
we're going to talk about reparations, guys.
Oh, no.
But the reparations were for France. They were like, you freed yourselves. You owe us the money of your worth as a slave.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Haiti didn't have the power
Oh, my God.
to not do that.
Oh, my God.
So basically, it was the equivalent of billions of dollars that they were paying into the 20th century
Holy
to France to pay off for their freedom.
Oh, my God.
They had to pay their own. So that's why they're so poor, is because they had no money because they had to pay France. And the intermediary
Oh, no.
was Citibank
Oh, Jesus.
in America and
Oh,
Wall
wow.
Street. When you talk about Haiti being a poor country, it has nothing to do with, yes, all those things exist now, but that's because of the way they were treated when they freed themselves by the actions of France, Europe, the other countries that would not deal with them, America as the intermediary, Citibank specifically.
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy. Like, it's like, yeah, I mean, no wonder it's like it is. Anyway.
Wow.
Outpost in space.
Ugh, that's disgusting.
So we're talking about, this all started because we were talking about boomers. And Cheney is a fucking boomer.
Cheney's the worst.
Cheney is like, and when don't picture an old person.
No.
We're picturing boomers when they were kids.
Yeah.
And that's what fucking Cheney is.
Yeah.
They're trying to land on this outpost in space. And the navigationer guy, I had written him down. Linderman. He's like our everyman. He's a kid. He's trying to land, and
he's the radio guy.
He's the radio guy, and he's like, we need to wake the Captain Gates, the older guy.
Yeah.
The guy from the silent generation. We need to wake him up and have him help. And Cheney's like, no, let the captain sleep. Blah, blah, blah. Like,
he's old. Let him sleep.
He's old. And the captain actually walks in and listens to this. Yeah. And it's really just a power play by Cheney. He's not trying to earn his accommodations
his role,
through...
his rank.
He's trying to be... He's subverting... He's trying to be subversive.
Yeah.
And undermine the boss.
And he does.
And he does. And they end up crashing... Which was very funny because they all just buckle into the wall. They
just have a seatbelt on a wall. It's not like chairs or anything like that. They literally just buckle themselves into a wall. And so most of them die except for these three.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody on the ship dies.
Except for Cheney, Lindemann, and Gates, the captain.
And Gates. The planet that they've landed on, where the outpost in space is, they pulled out a map and it just says wilderness.
You're like, oh, they've landed in the wilderness. I was like, how can you tell?
It might as well say, beyond this point, there be monsters. Like,
it was really funny.
It was just like a paper map on the wall.
It just said wilderness.
Which is wilderness. They're in the wilderness. But what we find out about the wilderness is it's incredibly dangerous because of the radiation. As soon as the sun rises...
The radiation will kill you.
If you don't have a special suit,
2 hours.
2 hours, you have 2 hours.
Yeah.
Our main character guy is like, we're going to go find these people. No person left behind. If there's any survivors, we're going to go save them. And he knew Gates. Like, they were
besties.
He helped him get his commission or something like that. And I mean, like, a lot of this show is funny in terms of, like, you guys weren't prepared for any of this? Like, you have no contingencies if you land on a planet that has bad radiation?
Well, no, they do. They have the radiation suits, but they're locked on the ship that was leaking radiation.
Right.
So it was dangerous to actually get the radiation suits because it's run on that nuclear power that's dangerous for them.
So they got radiation in and outside.
Yes.
And Gates essentially says to Cheney and Linderman, go back in the ship where the radiation is.
And get the suits.
And then we'll survive out here while we wait to be
The reason
safe.
why Gates isn't is because he's broken his leg.
He is broken.
So he's like immobile at this point.
Yeah, he's dying. And Cheney's like, he's dead.
Yeah.
You're f***ed.
Yeah.
So he's like, the smart play here is to take temporary radiation.
Yeah.
Get the suits.
Yep.
Come back out. You're in the suits. We'll be fine. We'll just wait for someone to save us.
Yep.
And Cheney's like, no, we're going to walk the desert.
Walk 10 miles south or whatever. There's
an outpost,
a safe house or something.
Something like that. And he's like, you'll never make it.
And we're definitely never going to make it carrying you, so we're just going to leave you here.
Yeah. This is a point where Gates and Cheney have an argument for the soul of Linderman, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Ultimately, the boomer wins out,
Yeah.
and Linderman abandons Gates, and they run off into the desert. And there's a funny part where Gates is like, because they're like, you're going to die. And he's like, I won't die. I won't die.
I won't die. And, just like modern misery people, his misery and anger kept him alive a lot longer than he should have.
Yeah, exactly. And what the funny thing, too, is like Cheney's like, he's like, you're not going to survive without the suits.
Yeah, you're just not.
Cheney's like, we'll just hide from the radiation.
Find a school desk.
Which,
You'll be fine.
Which is so funny. Although, we'll get into it later. But it sounded very The Happening to me. Like, where the breeze starts.
Oh, God, it's coming.
We got to run away from the wind.
Run from the air.
So,
that movie's awesome. So stupid. I love it.
They go off. Linderman gets struck by lightning and dies.
Yeah, there's some sort of radiation storm, and the boomer Cheney is like, get down on the ground, because the lowest point is the safest in a lightning storm.
Yeah.
But Linderman freaks out and just runs into lightning and dies.
And the effects weren't bad for 1959. Like, you could tell what was happening.
Yeah, it's too bad I couldn't see his skeleton when he got struck.
Oh, like, that would have been great.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite lightning animation ever.
Yeah. While they're doing that, Gates is like, these guys, I'm saving myself.
Mm-hmm.
So he crawls back into the radiation ship.
Yeah.
He comes out later, he's got his suit on, and he's got a paper map of the wilderness.
As you do.
Even though it's just it's literally like you are here in an empty spot.
Yeah, there's no trails. There's nothing. It's just the wilderness.
And he just starts crawling.
Yeah.
It's so funny when you watch, because, like, first of all, he says he breaks the first rule of, like, survival. He leaves the ship.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there was more radiation, but he's got the suit now, so I assume he's fine.
Stay with the ship because it has a homing beacon.
Yeah.
So your rescue party is going to go directly to the ship first.
And he says that to Cheney. He's like, they are going to come get us.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. And he even says, I don't know that I'll survive, because maybe there's only a certain amount of suits. Maybe that was part of the problem, too.
No, I think because of his broken leg, he was probably going to bleed out or something.
He's like, I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
But he's like, F you now, I'm going to make it. And so he, like, army crawls with his broken leg.
I think he's trying to find Lindemann because he's still a good captain and he's still going to save his crew.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And he was so funny to me, though, is he's crawling, obviously in pain. He's got a broken leg. And he would take the worst route over, like, boulders.
He would roll over the boulders, even though there's, like, a smooth path, like a foot off to the right.
Not a big boulder.
And he would crawl over it. It was great.
It
was great.
Maybe 3 foot. You could easily go around it, but he would crawl over it, which would
awesome.
Like tumble down.
It was awesome.
And what he finds is a body.
Yes.
And I thought at first it was Linderman, even though I was reading Cheney on his. And he finds his body and he's like, oh, it's Cheney.
Right.
And he's dead. And that's when the hand comes up, starts choking Gates. And then the next thing you see,
it's Cheney is now in that suit.
So he's left Gates exposed to the radiation.
And basically dead because he choked him out.
Yeah, he choked him out. And, like, they had already done another really good scene, I thought, where Cheney was, like, trying to find directions, and there was, like, a mountain, and you could see the sun cresting over the mountain. So you have, like, a sense of a ticking clock at this point.
Yeah.
So, like, Cheney murders Gates, well, we think.
Yeah.
And the rescue people come out, they find his paper map, but there's, like, no body. And then a hand comes out of the dirt.
Right.
And you realize Gates buried himself alive.
To keep himself safe from the radiation.
So he survived the choking.
Right.
And there's a discussion between the two people on the rescue party about the human element. They're like, it's impossible. You can't survive this, whatever. But then they talk about the human element, which is, in essential terms, if you're wondering what that means, I guess, I have a definition here. Encompasses the innate traits like empathy, creativity, decision-making, and error, serving as the driving force that brings life and meaning to strategies or automated processes.
Yeah.
And it's applicable today, obviously, with AI. That's why AI seems so dull and boring and lifeless is because they've taken the human element out of it.
Yeah.
I think there can be a marriage of the two.
Yeah, I think there can definitely be a working relationship, but
as long as people are lazy,
as long as people rely on AI to do everything and replace humans, then things are going to be
because you have to cultivate those abilities as a human, and you can't do that when something is telling you how to think.
Yeah, exactly.
So I really was this show good? I mean, we're not quite done with it, but basically we are. Was this show good?
And we never find out what happens to Cheney.
Yeah, we never find out. Does he die? Does he get arrested?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
He walks off into the desert in the spacesuit, and we never see him again. He's never. And they do have a moment where they take Gates back, and he gets a boner over the nurse, which is like, come on, guys.
It's so gross.
You guys did so well. There's one woman, or I guess maybe two. Yeah. Two women in the whole show.
And they weren't serving coffee.
And they weren't serving coffee. We were amazed.
We were amazed.
Because you said you saw it. You're like, hey, there's a woman. And I was like, how long until she starts serving coffee? And then the man is serving coffee to like other people. And we're like,
oh my God.
How progressive. But then the other woman is a nurse.
Yeah.
And Gates, who's been a pretty straight up dude so far, is just like, what's the term kids use?
He was like
gooning. He was gooning all over this nurse. He's like, I got a great view right where I'm at.
Ugh.
And it's gross. And you're like, F you, Gates. But what I liked about her acting is she looked not into it. She was just like, she's like, ugh,
yeah,
like
gross.
They say to him like, are you mad about Linderman and Cheney and what they did? And he's like, no, because they inspired me to.
They basically saved my life. They made me so angry that I couldn't die.
Yeah, and that was the human element that I was so determined to live that I figured out a way to live. So I'm not mad at them. I forget it's honestly, very Christian thing to think. Even more so than the Lord's Prayer at the end of the last episode. So he's getting a boner. We never find out what happens to Cheney. But what I was going to say about the show, it's not a good show, no.
No.
But I appreciated I appreciate what it inspired, Star Trek and Star Wars.
Yes.
It definitely has those ideas, probably more Star Trek even than Star Wars, in that kind of philosophical ruminations of humanity and where we can go and how we can do all this stuff and whatever. It's not a good show, but I appreciated what it was.
The need for the human element.
Yeah, I appreciated what the philosophy behind the show. And then, and so basically the show ends with him being like, nah, I ain't mad at Cheney, whatever. And then they're like, hey, they got another bling bling, another young guy at the radio.
Another alert, and they're like, there's a woman here.
She's ill.
She's having a baby. And they're like,
a baby?
And I was just like, why is that funny?
I guess because the human element, humans are continuing
Women
on.
always have babies.
But
women be birthing.
Women always be birthing. Never see a man birthing, tell you that much. Women are wasting all their time birthing.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess that's what they were trying to do, like a human, like humanity will continue on. But it is funny that he refers to the woman, we have a passenger who is ill.
Right.
And you're like, oh my God, what's wrong with her? And he's like, well, she's pregnant. And it's like, well, she's not, I wouldn't call it ill. I mean, I guess.
I mean, you've never been pregnant.
I know. Maybe I should.
Maybe you should shut your mouth.
Maybe I should shut my mouth.
I had a child lay on my sciatica for 9 fucking months.
He still sits like that too.
Oh my God.
So funny. That was the show. Now, this is I got one review for Outpost in Space. Again, I don't mind the fact that the Air Force threw this in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, we have Space Force now.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind that the Air Force was like, oh, and let's do like what the Air Force could be in the future. It does seem very much at that time like, this is the town of tomorrow.
Right.
Like, you know, so I'm fine with that. I have a spoiler 10 out of 10 from Lawrence Freiberg.
Okay.
Review. There's 2 reviews, but I'm going to go with this one because it's shorter.
Okay.
It says, it's incredible. From the Star Wars scrolling from the start to the captain, I'm giving it all she's got. Oh my God, did someone say that?
Yeah, I think so.
To a James T. Kirk character and other characters acting very Star Trek-y to a Western in space. This show was cherry-picked for a lot of character, premise, and story development.
Yeah.
It's a sci-fi study. Even a character complaining about how antiquated a nuclear-powered freighter is, and a rigid delivery reminds me of the first Spock appearance before he became more subdued in shows after the pilot. There's no warp drive, no phasers, no teleportation. There's creative brilliance that should be honored as the father of a lot of what was... So we are right. Like, this is a direct inspiration for those other things.
I think it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. The guy who directed this is kind of like Lawrence, who was the Kasdan from the last, the guy who did Empire Strike Back from the last one. This was directed by Boris Sagal, I guess, Sagal. But he is someone who was a very prominent director too. He directed like the Omega Man and and some other stuff. He's done a lot of TV shows. Like you've definitely seen his name in stuff. I think in Twilight Zone he did stuff like that. So he's a very, very influential director as well. Okay. So that was Outpost in Space. Should it have gone to series? No. It did. It was called Star Trek, and it was way better.
Yeah.
There
you go.
Sometimes the thing that's the inspiration isn't the thing that should stick around. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's the springboard to something.
It just needs to be reworked.
Yeah. And like I said, like a rework.
Because a lot of great ideas there. Yeah. Sort of like last week's unaired Buffy the Vampire Slayer pilot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good ideas there. It just needs someone else.
It needs someone else. That's what it is. It just needs someone else.
Someone else.
And like that again goes into our... Well, Game Ranks was talking about this with video games, but we've definitely said this on this podcast before. Sometimes you just need to... You watch these things and you're like, man, this is a good idea just done bad.
Yeah.
And like, instead of like remaking West Side Story... Right. Let's remake Outpost
This good idea that didn't deliver.
It didn't deliver on its...
As it should.
Like, it was close, but didn't quite get there. Like, I don't recommend anyone watch this show, aside from its kind of DNA. That if you want to see, like, where Star Trek and Star Wars partially got some inspiration from, I think it's kind of neat from a anthropological television perspective.
Cinematic study.
Archaeology. We really should just change our podcast name to, like, TV archaeology or something like that. But anyway, that's it for today.
And bitching about AI and politics.
Yeah, I think we spent more time bitching about AI and politics than we did on the show. But, it was a very thin show in terms of that. Like, there wasn't a lot. The acting was fine for what it was.
Right.
It was standard 1950s sci-fi sets. Nothing really, Yeah. So,
we still haven't seen any alien werewolves in Skinwalker Ranch. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, man.
Very disappointed.
The last few episodes of Skinwalker Ranch have really been...
this whole season's been kind of...
a dud.
Yeah.
This is like one of those things where I'm like, where
Yeah, science is slow, but are you guys seeing any sort of orbs?
Is anything else happening?
Are you seeing anything cool? Because I'm not seeing anything. In fact, you're drilling in the wrong places.
I think you're correct in that
it's Indiana Jones. They're digging in the wrong place.
I think you're right in the sense that it is something natural. I think trying to anthropomorphize whatever the mystery is silly. I think it's just a kind of science we haven't figured out. There's something going on. There's just something going on right there that's
it's
like...
It's malevolent. Yeah. Is it though?
But like everything that they've been building up for... I think the problem with this season is they're finally paying off some stuff that they've been building up for years. Like literally, like we've been trying to drill into this mesa for years to find this huge anomalous thing, and they do it like 3 times and they find nothing.
Yeah.
And like even the people on the show are like,
this doesn't make sense.
There's nothing here. And then one of the other things that happened, this is why I don't think it's malevolent in terms in terms of like this is an outside actor or whatever trying to thwart them. Is there's a moment in this last episode where they're on radio and they're talking to each other, or they're trying to like, no, they're sending out a signal.
Right.
But they're not receiving the signal, even though they're like right next to each other. Yeah. And they're like, usually when I send out that signal, you can see it for miles. But like we're literally within talking distance and I'm sending it directly to you and you're not receiving it. Something is blocking the signal from getting to you or whatever. But to what end? What are you about to stumble on? You didn't stumble on. There's nothing where you're at and what you're doing that I can see that's like some person in a bunker somewhere is like, ooh.
Like the aliens are like, they're getting too close to my crashed ship.
They're getting too close with
protect it.
Their lasers.
Electromagnetic wave.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, their lasers and smoke experiment is getting too close. Let's block their instruments. Like, it doesn't make any... So it can't be that.
Right.
So it has to be something, in my mind, natural.
Yeah, I think it may just be a natural...
radiation spiky
tear in
thing?
dimension.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because there's multiple dimensions, and I think that's just a weak spot. And so sometimes there's crossover, and sometimes the science gets buggy.
Yeah, I think that's all it is.
I think it's all it is.
But I mean, I think you got to figure that out. But like, I mean, I don't think it's anything as exciting as like werewolf aliens.
Oh my god,
something.
I want to see an alien werewolf so bad. Is it an alien werewolf or a werewolf alien?
Ooh, what?
Which is it?
Is it an alien that turns into a werewolf on the moon? Which moon?
Which moon?
I always wanted to do. Did I ever say I wanted to do it? I think they've done B movies of werewolves on the moon.
Oh, have they?
What happens when a werewolf is on the moon?
Yeah.
Are you just a werewolf all the time? What about the moon?
Speaking of paranormal, I finished Vampire.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Garbage ass game.
Garbage ass game.
I'm so disappointed, so pissed. They gave you the illusion of choice and consequence no matter what you were doing. And then you get to like the last few chapters and it's all scripted. Doesn't matter what you did.
Just on the rails.
It doesn't matter what you did.
Yeah.
Like, I literally killed this woman's daughter, ate her.
Yeah.
And then did every choice that this woman hated. And somehow we were still romancing.
Yeah. And you said you had like talked to her like twice.
And I talked to her like maybe a total of 3 times.
Yeah.
And yet we're like, oh my God, we're in love with each other. And I'm like, why?
I ate your daughter.
I ate your daughter. Why is this happening?
Yeah, it was really disappointing to see, because Erin played the good playthrough.
Well, I played the evil playthrough first, but I didn't play it all the way because I got to chapter 5. There's only 7 chapters. I got to chapter 5 in like 4 hours.
Yeah, because...
And I was like, oh my God, I've eaten all the content.
Yeah.
And so I started a good playthrough, and the content's not worth it. But yeah, so I did the entire good playthrough and got the ideal ending or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to finish off my evil playthrough and see how different that is. And it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
I thought for sure I would be fighting Lady Ashbury and this other vampire guy.
Nope, you're still in love with her.
Nope, still in love with her. And instead she kills the other vampire and then kills herself.
Yeah. Instead
of letting me, the obviously evil vampire,
instead
of killing me.
Yeah.
She should have tried to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm obviously evil. My eyes are all red. I've got red veins coming out of my face. I am clearly evil.
See,
I ate your daughter.
I love video games that have branching storylines, like in choices and consequences. The very choose your own adventure of video games. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
But nothing is more disappointing than when you do all that.
Scripted endings.
And it just is like, it didn't matter.
It didn't
actually
matter.
Like
It didn't matter if I saved all the districts. It didn't matter if I ate all the districts.
Yeah.
So a handful more people died.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's a plague.
Yeah. Yeah, it was already happening.
It was already happening. It didn't do anything. I have to still cure it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, I still have to still cure this disease.
Yeah. Yeah, even though you're evil.
Even though I'm evil, like, why the fuck would I do that?
Why do I care? I'm a vampire, I'm fine.
I guess because the vampire hunters were cracking down on vampires, and I needed to get them off my back. So I had to cure the Spanish flu.
That's in the history books.
Yeah.
That's why they don't talk about it as much anymore.
Yeah, because it was a vampire disease.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm so pissed at that one. So pissed. Because it was so immersive and cool for a really long time.
Yeah.
And then just to have the last few chapters be basically the same thing.
I mean, I loved what you said about the fact that playing the evil playthrough took like 2 hours.
Yeah,
because it's like you just kill everyone.
I just ate all the content.
So it's like, yeah, if you're Darth Vader cutting through like people with your lightsaber, you're not stopping away to Greg the garlic farmer to get a quest. You're just eating Greg.
You're just eating
and
him.
And the game gives you the XP as if you had done the quest.
In fact, you're way more powerful if you eat the content.
Yeah. Like,
way more powerful.
Oh, like instead of doing your fetch quest, I could just eat you.
I could just eat you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I was so powerful when I was evil, and I was weak as shit, not eating people. And I love that dynamic of a vampire being weaker because I'm feeding on rats, not humans.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool, but
it just doesn't. Much like Outpost in Space, it just doesn't live up to the premise of what it's supposed to be.
The scripted ends.
Yeah.
It was very disappointing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyway, that's that.
Anyway,
playing Dragon's Dogma now.
Oh yeah, you're playing Dragon's Dogma now.
Start that.
Took my kids to the comic book store.
Cool. How was that?
I don't know. I'm trying to get our kids into other things in the world.
They're not really into other things.
The kids these days.
Just
they don't have any interest that they collect. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, with the whole talk of, like, getting rid of, like, physical media, the only people who give a crap are older people.
Like us.
Kids don't care. Although, like I said recently, CDs have been selling really well. Like, I didn't even know they made CDs anymore. I thought it was, like, buying a VHS. Like, I'm like, where are you buying them? Because I have no idea where you're getting them.
I still have all my Atelier games on disc.
Yeah.
They're worth a ton of money, by the way.
Are they really?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, I still have all of my CDs that I've ever bought. For some reason I got rid of all of our like movies on DVD and stuff. But like
a lot of them anyway.
I donated them to the library.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't get rid of my CDs. Like I'll keep those forever.
I've got all my old workout DVDs.
Yeah.
They're the best. They're the best.
Around.
They are the best. I have tried finding good iFit workouts for what I need. No, they don't have them.
Yeah. You just need to find what you like. That's all.
Yeah.
But anyway, we love you.
We love you.
And we'll see you next week for something cool, hopefully.
Maybe. I mean, cool is subjective.
I like this channel, this movie craft people. I think
I do too. I love how much they've saved.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love that I get to watch shows like this, honestly. Yeah. Like, whether they're good or bad or whatever.
It's really a glimpse into history, just like an actual glimpse into history.
Yeah.
Because sometimes things get lost when reading.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to be glib when I say Cheney is a boomer.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is an actual window into a time when they were younger.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, the revelation is, oh my God, they've always been like this. They didn't grow into selfish old people. They were selfish when they were young.
Yeah, because they were spoiled.
Yeah. And they voted in their own interests all the time without any concern for anyone older or younger than them.
Yeah.
And they continue to do that to this day until they've depleted all of our resources.
Yeah.
And they're going to leave.
They are literal parasites.
Like, yeah, the whole boomer generation is going to leave everyone with nothing, and we're going to have to pick up the scraps at the end. And how's that going to work when they've basically ruined the world? Like, but they don't care because they're going to be dead.
The world can easily bounce back. But we have to wait for them to die.
Yeah. It's a really morbid thought.
It's a horrible thing to think. But literally, the housing is going to get better once they all die.
Yeah.
Everything's going to get better.
But that's what I'm saying about what interests me in these types of shows is when you watch this and you're like, oh, I just made a connection. And the writer of this show had already made that connection.
Yeah.
Even though this show ostensibly takes place in the future, they were still making a commentary on this generation.
Yeah.
And that generation was the boomers.
Yes.
And they're the ones who are selfish. They're the ones who are power hungry. And they're the ones who are going to deplete all our resources and everything. And will literally take things that will save you off your back.
Yes.
Through guile or whatever.
Through whatever means. And that's what they've been
whatever
doing.
Means.
Yeah.
And I do think it's... Sorry, we're getting back into it now. I do think it's interesting we don't see what happens to Cheney at that point then.
Yeah. I think he gets away scot-clean.
I think so. I think that's... I mean, like...
Because, again, Gates ends up being like, no, I'm not pressing charges.
Yeah.
This guy killed you.
Yeah, literally. Like,
literally.
I mean, yeah.
And he left you for dead, and he mutinied.
Yeah.
And yet this generation can get away with the bullshit they pull. And it's true.
And it's because people like Gates let them get away.
Yeah, because their parents were like, oh no, we got to spoil the greatest generation or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, man.
Yeah.
Repercussions fucking matter. Consequences fucking matter. And then you look at the boomers today. They don't have consequences.
No.
It doesn't matter what crimes they commit. They get away with fucking everything.
Yeah.
So once they die, there's your fucking consequence.
Yeah. They're just leaving such a worse world than what they came into.
Yeah. Yeah, because like you look at women's suffragettes and all sorts of civil rights and women's rights.
Yeah.
And we were progressing really well until boomers took over.
Yeah. When boomers take over Hollywood, which is really like in the 90s-ish area, that's when things got bad again.
Started getting bad again.
All the racist crap that's going on. Like, the problem is...
the lack of art because boomers are flooding the market.
One more quick thing about politics really quick, because like Mitch McConnell is dead, guys. Let's face
he's 100% dead, and they are weakened at Bernadine him.
Yeah.
They 100%
because there is a Kentucky law.
August 3rd.
Yeah, they have to wait till August 3rd.
Yeah.
I guarantee you August 4th, we're going to find out
he's dead.
He's dead. But
he's dead. No, he died August 4th. He died that day. Oh no, the timing.
But what I love, and I'm sorry guys, I know this is politics and probably not everybody's cup of tea, but like one of the most interesting eye-opening things that's happened in recent days is Lindsey Graham dying.
Yeah.
And beloved actor Sam Neill dying.
Sam Neill's great.
What I thought was so eye-opening about it is Lindsey Graham spent most of his time in front of a camera, kissing Trump's ass, being an awful person. It's the banality of evil.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Sam Neill kept to himself in Australia and New Zealand, where his home was. And all he said, he just wanted to live long enough to see his grandkids.
Yeah.
And, he wasn't someone who was trying to be he would do a movie, but he wasn't like trying to be center of attention. These two people died at the same time, like essentially within days of one another. The outpouring of affection I saw for Sam Neill was incredible. Everybody telling me what a great person he was, what a great actor, how talented, how his movies touched my life. Jurassic Park was the first movie I saw in the theaters, whatever, and how much that impacted them. How his art influenced their lives.
Yeah.
Whereas Lindsey Graham, who actually had power, is immediately forgotten.
Yep.
I know I'm bringing him up now, but like, think within days.
Nobody gave a
So everything you did in your life, all that you did, all the lies you spewed, all the hate you spread, as soon as you're dead, fucking literally Trump the next day was like, fuck, I'm going to find someone to replace him.
Yeah. Nobody gives a about you.
Nobody gave a about you.
Yeah.
So the artist, the person who cared,
yeah,
the person who cultivated the earth, who cared about like the earth and like the environment, everybody's like still mourning his death.
Yeah.
The guy who, spread hate.
Yep.
Even his own people.
They
don't give
They don't give a They try to use him, then they were like, oh, nobody likes him.
So I hope that, I'm sure if you're a listener of us, you're probably a good person. I don't think you would stand to listen to.
No.
Not to be like, we're great, but I don't think you're not MAGA if you're listening to our podcast.
God,
is what I'm
no.
saying. You probably already know this, but it's interesting in your lifetime to see that.
Yeah.
To see like how much art is important.
Yeah, how much it influences lives.
How much humanity matters.
Yes.
And that someone seeing Jurassic Park when they were 10 years old shaped their life more than any hateful bullshit Lindsey Graham ever fucking did.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point, babe.
So, anyway, love you. Gonna go have lunch now.
I gotta make some homemade tomato soup and grilled cheese. But part of my day is delivering good news.
Hey, Bill, what's the best part of your job,
it's
man?
delivering good news.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. I wish you guys could watch that Georgia Power commercial.
Watch the Georgia Power. Look it up.
Oh, my God. I wish you guys could watch it. It's so funny. It's
so calculated.
It's so calculated, so manufactured. It drives me up the wall.
It's like...
Best part of my day is delivering good news.
Like... We've spent an hour and 20-something minutes now talking about Outpost and Pace. We've probably spent twice, if not 3 times that much, dissecting these commercials.
Oh, God.
And, like, being like, wow. Like, we're not... I mean, we're talking about it here,
I
but
really
like,
wish you guys could see these local commercials. I really, really do.
it's so funny.
It's so manufactured, so calculated. Every word is specifically chosen to appeal.
The actors who are chosen and all this stuff and, like, the way they're framed.
To where even you and I are like, are these local people?
Like, why is this Georgia Power guy in a hard hat going door to door?
Delivering good news.
Delivering good news. Like, he, like, knock, knock, knock. Hi, Mrs. Jones. Just wanted to let you know we're lowering our rates. Why the f*** are you at my door?
It's so crazy. Oh, my God. This propaganda is so nuts.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying it, right?
No, nobody's buying it.
There's no way.
Well, the one thing I like about the data centers is the one thing that the right and left can agree on. We don't want the fucking data centers. We do not want it. Okay.
Anyway, let's end.
Before we start something else, love you.
Go find these Georgia Power commercials. They're awesome.
Go do something positive with your day.
Love you. Bye.
One of the passengers is ill, sir.
What's wrong with them?
Her, sir. It's a woman. She's having a baby and they request instructions.
A baby? You and your human element. Come on.